Hey guys, I'm Jay Randall and welcome back to my channel where I discuss wisdom for the modern man. Today guys, I got a video from you to react to. This one comes from Real Talk with Ethan. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to his channel. The topic of today guys, why tattooed women are major red flags. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Okay, today, guys, we are talking about tattoos. Extensive tattoos on women. Not just the little tramp stamps, not just the little butterflies, but I'm talking extensive tattoos. Also, I want to talk about body piercings and like specifically like the bull rings, the nose rings that we've all seen so many women have. It's a very masculine feature. Turns me off because it's like, I want a feminine woman. I don't want a dude that I'm sleeping with. I remember when I was a kid visiting my grandfather's dairy farm, he had one bull there to impregnate all the all the female cows, right? So it's like the bull had a bull ring. It's like I don't want a woman that I'm seeing to have a freaking bull ring. It's like unless maybe it would be fun to like lead her around the bedroom like crawling on her knees, like I could attach a little string to the bull ring, but it's like other than that, it turns me off. It's like it shouldn't be there. Also, other piercings other than standard stuff like a pierced belly button or pierced earrings, obviously, pierced ears for earrings. Other body modifications where they have piercings elsewhere. It's pretty much of a turn off to me and signals kind of a red flag. Like you've got some issues that are going to cause problems in a potential relationship. But the biggest thing for me is, and I see this so often in profiles on the dating apps. It's crazy. I haven't really done scientific research to figure out the exact percentage of women, but it seems pretty high, especially when women get in their 30s and beyond. I feel like when women get out of the first relationship, like if they go through a divorce, the strong independent woman comes out and they're like, I'm gonna get my body marked, I'm gonna get tattooed, I'm gonna put some paint on me, like to show the world how strong and independent I am and how cool I am and how awesome I am. And it's like, it's just like, to me it's like a huge ass red flag. It's like when women have extensive tattoos, like I said, I don't mind a small tramp stamp, a butterfly here or there, you know what I mean? But it's like when they start getting into other shit where it's going all up their arms or all down their leg or their chest area or God forbid up their neck.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I'm definitely not a fan of the tatted up women for sure. They are definitely a red flag that honestly a lot of men when they first start dating are completely unaware of. When you go out there and you first start dating, you're kind of a blank canvas and then you realize these things as you go on. Because when I first started dating, I thought chicks with tattoos were cool. I thought it was hot. I thought it was edgy. I thought it was like, yeah, I don't mind if my wife has tattoos. That's really cool. That shows character. That shows like personality. No, bro. It shows personality, but not the type of personality that you're looking for. And you're only going to realize that after you deal with a couple of them and see how they move. Look, man, first of all, for me, I do not like, I like a classy woman. Okay. My mother, my grandmother are classy women. Okay. When they walk out of the house and they have their nice dress on, it looks elegant. Like that looks, a woman like that looks good standing next to you. Like I can't imagine trying to go to like some kind of event or some, upscale, you know, event and your wife has like a big chest tattoo. I hate those new chest tattoos. Like, what is going on? You look like some drug dealer's girlfriend, like some mob boss's girlfriend. This big, crazy heart with roses and a skull in them. Like, what? You're supposed to be a lady. You just got that thing. Unless she's wearing something that covers her neck, and these girls like showing off their cleavage. So there's always going to be this big branding on her chest. And then there's like, nowadays I've noticed this like patchwork leg tattoo thing going on. It's like, it's not even like a cohesive piece where it's like, okay, I can see what you're trying to do here. No. It's just like patches of little tattoos, like spaces in the middle. And like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It just looks chaotic. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You know what? I'm going to keep going. But yeah, tattoos for me, like little ones. And honestly, I prefer none. But if you do have it, I prefer it be in a location that can be easily hidden. Like I can only see it if you're completely naked and nobody else is gonna see it because it's in, you know what I'm saying, a place that's covered. But these chicks nowadays,
It's like it's a massive, massive turnoff to me. It's like I could not be with a woman like that. It's like you're exuding very masculine attributes. I feel like if we were dating and like naked, it's like I feel like I'm looking at somebody off of Cell Block 9, like out of prison. Like
exactly.
you're not a feminine woman. Like if you have all this shit all over your body with dragons and all this shit on your body, it's like no. I don't want that. And a lot of guys feel the same way. Obviously, there are people that are into extensive tattoos, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's like if that's what you like and you want, and you're into that, fine, go for it. But I got to tell you, like from what I've heard, what I've seen, what I've learned, it's like it's a small percentage of guys that actually like that shit. We generally prefer as men to have our women be feminine. Women are supposed to be like soft and beautiful, and it's like not this like fucking tornado of a mess that's just been hit with a train wreck of body piercings and tattoos. So it's really interesting. It's really difficult. I don't know what's going through these women's minds because you know tattoos aren't going to age well. What's a woman going to look like when she gets in her 50s?
Oh my gosh, that's facts. And trust me, I've seen it because I work at a location where I see like thousands of people a day. So I get to like people watch. That's one thing I do like about my job. I get to actually people watch and look at who's in relationship with who how they move together. But one thing I've noticed is that the women with the tattoos, because you see them when they're young, and when they're young, yeah, it might look hot, it might look okay. She doesn't look that bad with it because she's still beautiful. But oh boy, when they start hitting the wall and beyond, getting into the late 30s, the 40s, 50s, bro, it looks bad. Have you ever seen like you see the tatted up, girls when they're like, 25, late 20s, but have you seen the ones with all the patchwork and the sleeve and the neck tattoos? Have you seen them at 60? Because it doesn't. It looks gross. Okay? It looks gross. Like it looks like something bad happened. It's not a pretty sight. So absolutely, it does not age well. So you're gonna get, if you get with a girl with tattoos like that, yeah, it might be attractive for like a good 10, 15 years. But after that, bro, it goes downhill real quick. And women already start going, downhill after a certain age. The tattoos just make it happen all the faster, bro. Don't do it.
God forbid her 60s or beyond with a bunch of tattoos, extensive tattoos. That shit is not going to look good. And it's like I don't know what people think. It's like, do you not think ahead? Like what's going to happen to your
They don't.
body? What's going to happen to your prospects of finding a good man? Like when you look like this, it's like it's pretty common knowledge that if you get extensive tattoos, like it limits your job options, like where you can work, because they want you to look professional and not look like a fucking tramp. And it's like same thing applies to finding a man. It's like who are you looking to attract? You'll have no problem attracting guys that will just use you for a night. But it's like if you want to attract a long-term partner, if you want to get married someday, if you want to have kids someday and be a mother, what do you think your man's going to want you to look like? Do you think he's going to want to take you home to mom and dad, to meet his parents, to meet his family?
And that's facts. But see, they're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about that. The prevailing narrative is accept me as I am. However I decide I want to come packaged, well, you should accept me. You top tier guy with all the attributes that I'm looking for. You that I would you have to come how I want you to come, but you have to accept me also how I want to come. It's like, no, 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 no. They don't think about that. They live in the moment. They're 23, they're wild, they're living their best life, getting tatted up, not thinking, yo, what does the guy, because I want a pretty top tier individual. I wonder what he's looking for in return. He probably wants a girl that doesn't look like she like used to be a prior gang member with her legs and chest and arm sleeve and spider on the neck tattoo. It's just they don't think about that. Girls, especially now, just live in the moment.
Like if you're covered in extensive tattoos, no. And it's like, geez, that's a huge turnoff. A huge turnoff. I just view that as like, I view women who have those extensive tattoos as having just massive red flags. Like I don't know what you're trying to do, what you've been through, and frankly, I don't care. It's like, but that it's not good. Like for whatever reason, you decided to get that tramp stamp all over your. We went from tramp stamps, little tiny innocuous butterflies on a woman's backside, to full on arm length, chest, even neck, leg, just extensive tattoos. That's what we transitioned from. We started out. I don't know when the tramp stamp started to become popular. If that was like the late '90s or around 2000 or something like that, something like that. But that's where we went from. We went from that to now this extensive shit that we see pretty often on profiles. I know, like for the women that are watching this, you probably don't see women's profiles. Like, unless you're a guy, you don't see women's profiles. But from my perspective, using the dating apps, there are a lot of women with extensive tattoos, and it's a huge turnoff. It's like I don't want to date a woman who looks like a hieroglyphics exhibit. I do not want that. It's a major turnoff to me. And it's like I don't want a woman with a bull ring. It's like that's so masculine. It's like if I were into that, I might as well be just getting naked with a dude. It's like I'm not into that. I want a feminine woman that I'm turned on by, and it's like it's not that kind of stuff. It's like it doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for a lot of guys. I don't. My advice, like if you don't have a ton of experience with tattooed women, the ones that I've met, because I've met a couple with the bull rings and everything. It's like I found out afterwards, like when I met them for coffee or whatever. I'm like, oh, you got a bull ring, or you got a tattoo, massive tattoos. It's like, yep, they they've got issues. They've got issues that you should just be aware of that are huge red flags in terms of a long-term relationship. Even a short-term relationship, I would be wary of these things. These women are, to me, I would just look at it as like the hit it and quit it type of women, where it's like, yeah, you can get with them, but I wouldn't spend much time with them. I would not pursue a relationship with them. Just my thought.
And I don't know if he's going to touch on this, but it needs to be said. Women with tattoos have high levels of promiscuity. Okay? I'm just going to say it. Okay? If a woman has tattoos, I'm not saying in every case, but oftentimes it is the case that women with a lot of tattoos are very wild, very promiscuous, okay? Oftentimes, a woman with tattoos, because here's the thing, women, they don't like pain, okay? Women in general don't like pain. They're very soft, tender creatures, okay? So when a woman is constantly seeking out a painful act, it's usually a sign of trauma, okay? Oftentimes, girls who've been like sexually assaulted at a young age will seek out these painful things like piercings and tattoos because it's kind of a way to take their power back. It's like instead of it's like a mental shift. It's like a trauma cope. Instead of like feeling the pain, it's like and fearing the pain. It's like no. I like the pain. I'm going to go into the pain. I'm going to seek it out. It's like a way to take the power back, okay? And you'll notice that with girls who have a lot of trauma, Maybe a lot of girls who are in, sex work, tattoos, like these alcoholics, tattoos. You'll notice when it comes to these kind of lifestyles, tattoos is very closely tied to these things. Okay? And what you'll often notice, I'll put it this way. Tattoos are often an outer manifestation of internal chaos. Okay, I think that's the best way I can put it. Their lives are a lot of times in disarray. They're all over the place, and just the same way the patchwork tattoos look chaotic and no rhyme, no reason is oftentimes how they live their life. Okay, the same way they're not thinking about how this is going to affect them in the future with the tattoos is the same way they're handling other aspects of their life and not thinking it through, being impulsive and just making rash decisions. So I wasn't sure if he was going to touch on that, but be aware that tattoos, whether you like it or not, is often linked to high levels of promiscuity and chaotic lifestyles.
Thoughts, just my 2 cents. But anyway, just giving my feedback. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What have you guys seen in dating profiles in your area? How extensive is the massive tattoo thing with women in your area that you're matching with? How extensive is the bull ring thing that you are seeing? That's, by the way, the bull rings are one of the signals that ladies use to signal to the lesbian and bi community that they're open to bisexual relations, which
Yeah, that is true. That's very true. I noticed a lot of a lot of the lesbians. Yeah, that's definitely the case. That's definitely true. That's definitely true, guys. And you'll notice, guys, at least from my experience, girls with tattoos, they're they are very masculine, and they're very aggressive, and they like aggressive men. It's like they need to have an extra dominant man to like. It's crazy to say, but they like pain. They seek out pain, even when you're trying to like have sex with them. They're not into like the passionate, sweet, soft, intimate sex. No, they need like aggressive, like hurt me type sex. They seek that out. They really like that, and it's not normal. Okay, I've come across quite a few girls like that, and they need give like when they feel pain, they've flipped it in their brain. That is pleasure. When you are like hurt them, no, you're giving me pleasure. They seek it out. I'm telling you, it's crazy, but it's true. So just be aware of this, guys. Okay, and I know this is not in every case, and I know some guys actually like this, like girls with tattoos, but you need to take your future into account when dealing with these women, okay? Because there's one thing to deal with them from a casual standpoint, but when it comes to dealing with getting a serious partner, you need to understand the psychology that is behind these decisions that these women make. Okay? So just keep it in mind.
hey, that's fine for me, but you got to bring that other girl home for a threesome. It's like we got to do that. Otherwise, it's like, otherwise you're not the one for me. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Bye.
All right, guys. Well, that is red flags, tattoos. Like I said, be aware, okay? Date with caution. And guys, that's the video. If you got value from it, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate your guys' help with that. And until next time, guys, take it easy.